Welcome back to Inside the Fence as we get set for the historic comeback of the one, the only Conor McGregor here at UFC 329 International Fight Week in Las Vegas. I'm the double champ casual. That is Drew the Rooster Johnson. Drew, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Drew notoriously, famously, does not believe Conor McGregor is returning until he steps in the octagon and the pin closes on the door.
Yeah, I agree. Until we hear the foggy dew and we see that guy step into the cage, I'm not believing he's back. I think it could be just a whole money grab.
Okay, here's my question. He's only pulled out of one fight ever. Why do you think, why do you have that mindset?
Because
I get
John,
being like,
I am a
I
hater.
get being like, I get, you know what? It's honestly, and end of discussion, good enough. Let's get started. This is a extraordinary card. The main event, all of the prelim fights, and even a few of the early prelims, you could easily sit down for a couple hours comes this Saturday, and you'd have a lot to watch, right? Cody Durden starting things off, Ryan Gondra, some really good fights. You even got a ranked fighter in bantamweight in Farid Bashart, or in the early prelims, really good. The only early prelims we're going to talk about is the women's flyweight bout between the number 12 ranked Wang Kong and the number 9, or is it 8? Number 8, and I'm in context in, ranked Tracy Cortez. Kind of a pick 'em right now, 105 minus 105 to minus 115. Drew, where do you think this one goes, real quickly?
I mean, we can't have an international fight without Tracy Cortez. You know, what would we be doing with ourselves? She's on every single international fight week. But I think we're going to go with Wang Kong here.
She's
Uh,
also on every single international fighter. Moving on.
I was going to make my Tracy Cortez McGregor joke, but those of you that know, you know. Continue.
Yep. Let's just move up to the prelims. We'll quickly go through all these. Luke Riley, uh, still unranked, close. Probably got this fighter, maybe one more after this before he gets up there into the rankings. Versus Kai Kamaka the third. Luke Riley also representing England in this one. Him and Patty, you've been seeing in the embedded, have been spending a lot of time together. Right now, Luke Riley a minus 270. Kamaka a plus 220. I think Luke Riley's like just on the hype train right now for the UFC, so I think they're giving him a favorable matchup. Give me Riley.
I agree with you on that one. I think that's another good fight, but yeah, Luke Riley's probably going to win.
Moving up to one of Drew's favorite fighters of all time somehow, probably in his top 10, I would say. A bantamweight bout between the unranked Adrian Yanez and the unranked Cody Garbrandt. Garbrandt a plus 325, Drew. How far has your boy fallen from grace?
Pretty much about as far as you can go. I think he's only won 2 fights since he beat Dominic Cruz, and one of them he only won because he just kept getting kicked in the twig and berries a bunch of times. That's the reason why he won. But I think I'll never forget watching him beat Dominic Cruz and taking that belt. So I still believe there's still some magic, Cody magic. So give me Cody Garbrandt. I don't really care what
Yeah,
the odds say.
do you think his antics is what prevents him from like actually being like a winning fighter?
Probably, but we're not going to talk about that.
It's the whole point of the question.
I guess so.
You can't just avoid answering questions because we're talking ill on fighters you enjoy.
Yes, I can. It's called doing this.
We're going to a heavyweight bout between the plus 1,000 Elisha Ellison versus the minus 2,000, the most favored fighter in UFC history on his debut. Mind you, he's only like 3-0 professionally with 3 knockouts. And that is Olympic gold medalist, NCAA gold medalist, Gable Steveson. I I'm not a betting man, Drew. You know this, but I kind of do have a hankering of putting $100 on Alicia Ellison because I think there's a good chance the lights get to Gable Steveson and he goes flat.
I've seen Gable Steveson get beat in college by a nobody, uh, who's no longer a
Hey, no,
nobody.
hey, do not disrespect Wyatt Hendrickson like that ever again.
Okay, well, I'm just saying it was.
We do not stand for Wyatt Hendrickson slander in this channel.
Well, I'm saying it was kind of like a Rulon Gardner versus Alexander Karelin, if you guys get the reference.
No one
David
got it.
versus
You literally way too niche.
it's arguably like one of the biggest sporting upsets of all time, other than David and
Mm.
Goliath. But yeah, when Rulon Gardner beat Karelin in the finals for the Olympics, that was like a what just happened moment.
Yeah, $1 billion company. They still do not have all the information on Gable Steveson up on his page. Currently, his height is listed as 0. His reach is listed as 0. His weight is listed at 73 pounds.
It sounds about right.
$7 billion company, by the way.
Hey, the weigh-ins haven't
Um,
occurred yet. They don't have that information yet.
is John Jones going to be in his corner? Do you know that?
But yeah, he posted that he got a fight kit uh, on Instagram. What was that for Media Day? So I'm assuming he's going to be there just because they put him up in the fountain blue and they
This
gave
is
him a bag
starting
of
to seem
clothes.
like yeah, they probably gave him everything he wanted to. Probably gave him a bag with some white stuff in it. This is starting to play almost like a movie where like the aging fighter versus the new up and comer, and then the aging fighter leaves without fighting the up and comer, and then the aging fighter trains another young up and comer to fight the other young up and comer. Essentially, what I'm saying is, I feel like they're definitely going to try to get Gable Steveson versus Tom Aspinall soon. Soon.
Yeah, yeah, that could happen.
First of all, this kid's gonna fly. First of all, this kid is so. This guy was supposed to be on the main card. He was originally on the main card, debut fight, right? And then he got pushed down because people said that was fucking insane. And like, so this kid's gonna get a ton of credit with Dana and Hunter in the UFC. And like, he's gonna, you know what he is? He's heavyweight Paddy Pimblett. Let's just call it what it is.
Full with actual skills.
You know what? It is heavyweight Bo Nickel. That's a really good point. Yeah, exactly. But even worse because Gable Steveson can fight, so he's just gonna. I mean, dude, he'll be ranked in 2 fights. I promise you. I promise you.
What do you mean in 2 fights? He's gonna be ranked his next fight.
That's probably true. That's because heavyweight is just so bad. Um, moving on. The last prelim fight. It is the light heavyweight. Is it his debut at light heavyweight, or is it
Yeah,
he is?
it's
It's
his
the light
debut. Yeah.
heavyweight debut of Bobby Knuckles, Robert Whitaker versus the number 12 light heavyweight Nikita Krylov. A tough matchup here for Bobby. A tough matchup, Drew.
I'm trying to figure out where all the Nikita Krylov hate comes from because this guy is like the dark horse of the light heavyweight division.
He's very
Whether
good.
he's
He's
ranked or
very good.
unranked, he's just a dog. I mean, this is a very tough fight for Bobby Knuckles. I mean, he's on a skid after losing to Dreykus and losing to RDR. Uh, believe he lost another fight in there somewhere. I don't really know. It's too early to remember all the facts. But I'm still gonna take Robert Whitaker because we
Hamzat
can't bet against
Chimaev.
him. Oh yeah, Hamzat too. Yeah. Uh, I'm still gonna take Robert Whitaker because I want to. I'm using my because I want to pick.
On a prelim fight.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna give myself another one later because we
Oh,
run the show, so
I
we can
forgot
do
you
that.
just. Yeah, Nick. I think listen, Nikita Krylov's good. I think the reason he gets so much hate is because a lot of the top guys in light heavyweight, excuse me, they're entertaining, right? You know, it's we've talked about how light heavyweight is really close to being like how lightweight is, where it's just a war all the time. And then Yuri Prohaska decided, and we're not going to talk about it. So yeah, Nikita just doesn't have like a personality like some of the top guys do, so he just doesn't get a lot of credit. Which that's just how the sport works, unfortunately. Give me Bobby as well. Let's move up to the actual main card and the lightweight bout between the Unk King Green and the YN Terrence McKinney. King Green currently sitting at plus 105. Terrence currently minus 125. King Green debuting his new shorts for this one. That was your invitation to speak, Drew.
Okay, yeah. Uh,
When
give me
I'm
Bobby
not
Green.
talking, when I'm not
Give me
talking, that
King
is
Green.
your opportunity to talk.
Well, give me King Green to win this fight. It's the year of Bobby Green, year of the custom shorts. I think that Terrence McKinney is going to have to knock him out quick. I don't see that happening. So give me Bobby Green by keeping his hands low, talking shit, and putting his lights out. End of story.
I
Next.
think I think Terrence McKinney. I think he's got like what 18 first round finishes. Like he's like a lot of like,
He's got
a
8
double
first round
digit.
finishes and no bonuses.
Yeah, I mean very very impressive. But dude, it's been the year of the Unk. It's been the year of the underdog so far in the UFC. Um, if you're over the age of 35, you've just been beating everyone's ass. So give me King Green as well. They don't even once again $1 billion company. Media day was 2 days ago. They don't even have the picture of him in his shorts. Moving on to the flyweight bout between the number 6 ranked Lonnie Kavanaugh and the number 4 ranked Brandon Royval. Brandon Royval, what have you done in life to deserve such a hell stretch of opponents?
He beat Alex Perez, or he beat Tatsuro Taira.
I mean, dude, he literally like this man. This guy's being cucked. I think this guy.
Oh yeah,
Go ahead and talk about the fight. I'm gonna look up Brandon Royval's last couple his record.
I believe it's his last few are Moreno, Pantoja, uh, Tyra, Van, and then who else did he fight? I don't know, but he's had a really really tough like last 5 fights.
Lost to Cop, lost to Van, beat Tyra, beat Moreno, lost to Pantoja, lost to Pantoja twice, mind you, lost to Brandon Moreno once, beat Kai Kara France, that fucking clown, and beat Tim Elliott on his UFC debut. So yeah, man, it's been a fucking tough go for Brandon Royval.
Don't get me
The
wrong, I think Royval's still a
brother
dog.
is in Spain without the S.
Oh yeah, that does make sense. It's too early for this shit, John. Okay,
Go ahead, go ahead.
give me Loner
I like
Kavanaugh. I,
I
I
like his odds. Yeah.
after the Moreno ass beating of a lifetime. Sorry, Moreno.
Yeah,
I
50-45, just crazy.
I had it like 50-42, but whatever.
Yeah, no, but doing that to a former champ in Mexico, I'm surprised he's alive. I'm surprised the Sinaloa cartel didn't just execute him on this.
Yeah, I agree with you with that one.
I'm being honest.
Give me Loner Kavanaugh. He's the new breed of flyweight that we really like. He's like a Manel Cop. Uh,
He's had Josh
Joshua
Van. He's
Van,
just a very
but
good
just not as
striker.
refined or good. So give me Loner Kavanaugh to beat Royval
Everyone's
because
trying to be. Listen,
yeah,
everyone. Listen, I love this. Like, oh, he's the new era of flyweight. So essentially, he's what Demetrius Johnson was 15 years ago. The dude was
yeah.
so
Well,
point being, DJ was so ahead of his time.
we've had a lot of flyweights that don't really get that active or have finishes, and he's starting to really get good and finish everybody.
Be fun. Going up to the bantamweight bout between the number 7 ranked Mario Bautista versus number 4, the Sandman, Corey Sandhagen. For the love of God, can the dude just fucking walk out to enter Sandman for once?
It's like why Randy Brown doesn't walk out to Rude Boy by Rihanna. You have a song that has your nickname in it. Why don't you walk out to it?
Yeah, insane. Give me Mario Bautista on this one.
Why?
I know. I think
Is this
I
because
think
I
the
is this your
Marab
because I
fight.
want to pick?
No, no, my because I want to pick is coming later. Um, I think Corey Sandhagen's fight versus Marab versus a significantly smaller opponent maybe kind of showed the blueprint of like what you're supposed to do. Right now, Corey Sandhagen's 5'11" in bantamweight, which is crazy, and Bautista's 5'9". I think Batista is a very intelligent fighter, very good fighter, and I think he'll just take some stuff from the Marab fight and bring it over here. The inside work, the grappling, the wrestling. I don't think this is going to be, despite what everyone thinks, I don't think this is going to be a boxing match.
Are you talking about what? What'd you say? You said Mario Bautista took stuff away from the Marab fight.
I think he will take stuff from the Marab fight.
Do you not remember that Corey Sandhagen fought Marab?
Yeah. Did you not listen to a word I fucking said?
Probably not, no.
Mario Batista is going to watch film on the Sandhagen and Marab fight, and then he is going to take the blueprint that Marab laid down and use that in his fight. You're a fucking casual, you know that?
I don't actually no, I'm definitely not a casual if that's what you're implying. But I'm gonna pick against you. I'm taking Corey Sandhagen. I
What do you
think
mean
that
imply? I didn't imply anything. I said it flatly.
okay, well I'm just gonna pretend you didn't say that, and I'm gonna take Corey Sandhagen because I want to, and I think that Corey Sandhagen is pretty much a less refined Sean O'Malley, and I don't think Mario Batista has beat anybody under the age of like 47. So give me Corey Sandhagen to beat Mario Batista in a 29-28 decision.
Absolutely expert in insight from Drew the Rooster Johnson. All right, let's move up to the
What
two
can
main.
you go look at Mario Batista's last couple fights? Look who he beat. He beat like a Aldo who was like 57 and on one leg, and it took him 3 rounds and he didn't even finish him.
He beat Patchy Mix.
Do you really want me to spew Patchy Mix hate on this episode? Because I will.
No, I'm good. I'm just laughing that you didn't listen to a single word I said, and then you essentially invalidated everything I said. Oh man, let's move up to the co-main event, the lightweight bout. I've literally been waiting for this one for months now. This one
We
got
both called this fight. We both said this was the fight we wanted to
yeah.
see.
We've been
We just
saying
hoped
this
it would
was
be for
gonna.
the
We've been
BMF belt.
saying this is gonna happen for a couple of months now. It is. Paddy Pimblett, the number 6 ranked. By the way, real quick, are these rankings? Is this on the new meta scale or is
No,
this the
you have
original?
to slide it over because those meta rankings are terrible. But Uncle Dana can't hear
It's
that because
fucking
he'll cancel
stupid. It's
us.
fucking stupid. The number 6 ranked Paddy Pimblett, Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, versus the number 5 ranked Benoit, the God of War, Saint-Denis. I do have a recommendation for Bruce Buffer. Can we put Benoit's nickname in front of his name? Can we call him the God of War, Benoit Saint-Denis? Benoit Saint-Denis is already dope sounding. Don't break it up with a nickname. You know what I mean? Put it in. I think you just put it in front of Benoit
Dude, I'm
Saint-Denis.
telling you, that might be one of the best things I've ever heard about BSD is that we need to change his nickname.
We just need to move the nickname
Or yeah, we need
to
to
the
move the
front of the
nickname.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Well, I mean,
you pick it
he's
up. It's like
legit
those
war
homes.
criminal versus
It's like yeah,
a binge eating
dude. I was
scouser.
laughing. I was laughing my ass off yesterday during the press conference because first of all, I didn't like how it was only the main event and co-main event. I do think
Well,
I think there should have been
there
more
were
people.
3 more fighters that needed to be there than necessary already. The only person they wanted to talk to was Conor.
Yeah, that's fair. But I like the ability of Conor being able to talk shit. Hey, say some shit to fucking King Green. You know?
I would love to see King Green fight Conor. That'd be so fun.
Yeah, Uncle Lions. But anyway, they're announcing the 4 fighters, right? So for McGregor, Holloway, and Pimblett, they're like talking about their like octagon accomplishments. Now, Patty doesn't have anything, so literally all they said was, "Oh, he just got out of a 5-round brawl with the lightweight champion Justin Gaethje," right? You know, Max Holloway, former featherweight, BMF, McGregor, featherweight, lightweight. And literally all they said for Benoit Saint-Denis was former French special forces operative. It's like essentially being like, this guy fucking kills people.
Well, he does. He's a legit killer.
Oh, funny as hell. Benoit Warcrime Saint-Denis takes this one in through. I'm going to say it goes 3 rounds because Paddy Pimblett is so durable and Benoit doesn't stop moving forward. But I do think it goes BSD's way in the 3rd round via TKO.
Let me analyze this from a little bit different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Benoit Saint Denis was the victim of belt to ass by Renato Moicano in fucking France.
Hey, that was a doctor stoppage and that was a young BSD. All right.
Let's also not forget that he got slimed out by Poirier.
Let me tell you something. No one's beating that version of Dustin.
I agree
That
with
was
you on that one.
Dustin.
Anyways,
That was Dustin thinking that he was going to have one more title shot run.
well, he did.
Yeah, so, yes. Stop saying shit that, like,
Well. Anyways, I think that Dustin's gonna come back and fight Gaethje for the 3rd time for the belt. Okay.
is going to be bad.
Dude, I'm telling you, we could get a motivated Dustin Poirier to fight Gaethje. He said he would only come back if he got a chance for the belt or to try to finish off a trilogy. Hint, hint,
It's
wink,
such a
wink.
tough spot right now because it's like, dude, they had literally an entire card dedicated to your retirement.
Well, he did retire.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. We stand with Dustin Poirier right now. Me and Drew have made an agreement. If you're a company that
So
drops
Bud
Dustin
Light's already
Poirier because of this,
terminated him. We didn't
yeah,
fuck
Bud
with them
Light's
to
been
begin with.
terminated. Bud Light's
So
been
now we
terminated.
double don't
We don't
fuck with
fuck.
them.
We don't fuck with Bud Light. Shout out Coors. Me and Drew fucking love Coors. We also love Modelo. Sponsor us. Um, Also
We should get
Guinness, if
into
you're
the
out there, hit
industry.
us
We
up.
should make our own beer. We call it like the Crooked Rooster or something.
Dope name. Dope name. Very good. Let's get back to this fight though. I also think a lot of this fight. I don't think I'm crazy for this. I think a lot of this fight takes place on the ground.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the only way Benoit Saint Denis not gonna get his head taken off.
He won't, dude. He won't.
Let's not forget that Kyle Pripalik on short notice landed 2 shots on Benoit Saint Denis, and Benoit Saint Denis was rocked a total of 3 different times. Okay, you might be asking yourself, how is that possible? It is.
But also at the same time, like you can say, first of all, do not if I'm Benoit Saint Denis, I'm not bragging that I knocked out Benal Dariush. Well, you and I could do that right now. No disrespect to Benal, your chin's glass. Um,
It's so
but
sad
listen,
because he
man,
was
took
so
out.
damn good a couple years ago.
He
He's just
really
past
was.
his
I mean,
prime.
dude, he was like fourth. He was like fourth at lightweight at one point, going up against Charles Oliveira for a title eliminator match. Um, but dude, got subbed Mauricio Huffy. Now you and I have talked about this before. Huffy and both BSD have gotten better since those two have fought, but he dismantles people, man. He subs and he has a handful of subs, handful of knockout, 100% finish rate. Paddy Pimblett, I don't think he has the knockout power that BSD does. And so that's why I think this fight goes to the ground. Just because I don't think Paddy can go blow for blow with BSD.
I'm going to disagree with you on this one just slightly because I don't see a way in which Paddy Pimblett gets finished in this fight. Excuse me. I just don't see it. BSD is not going to knock him out, and he's not going to sub him. So what is BSD really going to do to Paddy? I mean, he was able to get up against
Point fight him.
two. Okay, but he was able to get up against Gaethje and Chandler, who are two of the best wrestlers at 55. So how is BSD really going to beat Paddy? I'm going by my pro-sublimation. I'm taking Paddy in this fight just because I don't see a way in which BSD can really beat him. Like this was 5 rounds. Okay, maybe, but just because it's 3 and BSD has sometimes started slow, I think that I'm gonna have to take Paddy just for that reason.
By what? What do you win? What does he win by?
Just Paddy. I don't know if he could knock him out. I don't think he's gonna sub him, but I see maybe ground and pound knockout. He wobbles him, gets on top of him because I don't think he's gonna knock him out clean, but maybe like a late TKO or unanimous decision.
Yeah. I think this fight being 3 rounds.
Fight of the night is going to be BSD and Paddy. That is what I will say.
For sure. I think it being 3 rounds, I disagree with you. I take the other way. I think the fact that Paddy Pimblett doesn't get knocked out is he's able to stay in the pocket a little bit longer, right? He's able to drag out these fights. However, it being 3 rounds, BSD can just unload the gas tank a little bit. And I think you are correct. He does start slow. I think you look at his fight against Dan Hooker, which, again, once again, Jesus Christ. Both of these guys have been fed absolute cans as of late. I want to point that out. Paddy Pimblett fought like every retiring lightweight fighter from the last era, and Benoit Saint Denis has fought every mid fighter in this current era. And so I think this is a really good fight for them, just to see who actually is good, right? But you look at the Dan Hooker fight, dude. Argument can be made Dan Hooker won the first round of that fight. There's a real argument that can be made, and it's like I don't know if that's part of his process where he wants to see shots and move with it. And so I'll extend an olive branch here. If you want to take the first round to learn your opponent, Patty's gonna make you fucking pay for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that
But I
that's
think
one
if I
reason
think
why.
if
Yeah,
so, here's my thing. So Patty has to win, and if Patty doesn't win in the first round, I don't think he wins at all. I'll say that.
I kind of disagree with you. I think that if Patty pours it on in the first round and BSD comes out and tries to adjust, I think he's just going to go right into Patty's fists in the second round. I think that BSD is going to lose the first two probably, very, very easily. And then he's going to come out
Yeah,
and try to finish him in the third. And I don't know if you can. Patty survived 25 minutes of pure Gaethje dominance. I You cannot tell me that 15 minutes with BSD is worse than 25 with Gaethje.
fair, fair. Let's move on to the highly anticipated return of Conor. The fucking page doesn't even work. $1 billion company. There we go.
Page doesn't even work. $1 billion company, McGregor.
Yeah, that's his nickname. That's his nickname. Max Holloway, Conor McGregor, both unranked. This is taking place at welterweight. Max Holloway is the
Number 4 ranked lightweight
lightweight,
right now.
fourth ranked lightweight. Conor McGregor hasn't fought in 5 years. We all see it. We all know. Max Holloway a minus 210. Conor plus 175. Do not listen to the odds on this fight because they're going all over the place. People are getting hyped for McGregor's return. It's just don't follow the odds on this fight because they're wrong. It doesn't matter what you look at. They're all the odds are just wrong. Drew, this is gonna be because I feel like it pick. Give me the Mac. Give me Mystic Mac.
Holloway, because I like Max Holloway, and I'm going to actually
You're a
back my
fucking
pick
hater.
up
You're a
with.
fucking hater.
I am going to back my pick up with 100% facts here. All right. Of all the, just to prove how
He
long
hasn't done this
Conor.
the entire card, by the way, folks. He hasn't backed a single one of his picks up the entire card. Go ahead.
Well, sometimes, John, you know how they had Bonos in the 90s? Well, we're going to start another thing called the Rooster Knows, because sometimes I just know things.
We'll
I
come
don't
with a
know
better
how or
name.
why, but
Sure.
I know things. Just to prove how long Conor McGregor's layoff has been. Of everybody Conor McGregor has ever fought, there's only one active fighter remaining in some sort of pro organization, and that fighter is Max Holloway. That is how long Conor McGregor has been out, and how long 5 years really is in the fight world. It is like 25 in every other sport, except
Well,
for
there's a
maybe
reason for that.
tennis. Except for maybe tennis.
Yeah.
But I
I
think
think
that
the
the only
reason
chance Conor has is that this fight is at 70 and not 55. This is
Yeah,
an
for
unfamiliar
sure.
weight class for Max, and Conor has fought here and had finishes at 170 before. Conor is the only fighter to ever have a finish in 3 different weight classes.
Not true.
Who's the other one?
Jared Cannonier.
Oh yeah, Garrett. Sorry, and Tracy Cortez. Uh,
So here's what I think.
well, I wasn't done.
And
I was making my joke about
no, it was great.
International Fight
We're
Week.
just moving on. We're cutting
Okay.
there. Here's what I think. I think there's two arguments that can be made, and I understand both sides of the argument. Number one, Max has remained active in those 5 years, and McGregor has been resting, right?
No, he's not been
Um,
resting. He's been indulging in nose beers and proper 12.
yeah. Which, by the way, you know what? I'm not going to comment on that. Not going to comment on the taste of Proper 12. And he was training. He was set to come back from Mike Chandler a couple years ago. I still think we get that fight, by the way. I think that's the next fight after this one for McGregor.
What's it gonna be in Power Slap?
No, I think they fight it. I think they fight at welterweight. I think they fight at welterweight.
In what organization or world do you see Conor McGregor taking another fight
This one.
after this one? What okay, we'll have to talk. So I'm taking Max. You're taking
Dude,
Conor.
dude, he's coming back. He's gonna fight again. I promise you.
Well, here's the thing. If Conor McGregor somehow pulls off a miracle, because this is the year of the upsets, it's very possible. Does he fight Islam for the belt?
No, no shot. No shot. First of all, he's gonna have to. one of two things is going to happen. Either Ian Machado Gary wins, and I don't think they're going to put two Irish. I don't think
Conor said, "I'll fight him." He doesn't give a fuck. Make it in Dublin.
Machado's not going to. Machado's not going. It's his childhood hero. He's not going to fight his childhood hero for a belt match.
That is exactly when you fight your childhood hero.
I guess that's fair. Anyway, so whether or not McGregor's been fighting or he hasn't, blah, 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 essentially what has happened is he's been out of an area where he can get massively injured for 5 years, okay? Max has gotten, he has some, he's probably the most famous knockout in UFC history against the current lightweight champion, right? But got pieced up by Topuria. Got absolutely manhandled by Oliveira, almost just his past fight. So, went through a war with Dustin Poirier. Won, but went through a 5-round war with Dustin Poirier. So, I think there's something to be said about if you're being active, and even before that, is being active in a 5-year stretch for these two fighters, is being active a detriment to your overall health, or is it a benefit? You know what I mean? I think that's the two arguments going out there right now. That McGregor, if he's been training, if he's remained relatively active to get that heart rate up over the 5 years, I think he wins this fight handily. Handily. Because Max has taken a lot of damage. Yeah, he's, how old is he? He's got to be, 37?
I believe somewhere around there.
36. So Max Holloway's 36, 37 years old. His fight age is probably closer to 45. That's just because 5 years in the fight game, you said, is like 20. Yeah, it's because guys get the stress on their body makes them age faster. So I'm taking McGregor because I think the 5 years off, granted, we know it, we all know he's not been, living in a monastery. He's only turned religious in the last 6 months. We all know what he's been doing, right?
You mean like the last 16 hours?
No, it's been a few months. Don't disrespect the guy on that part, at least. But I'm a sucker, man. I really am. You see what I'm wearing? Am I going to be surprised if Max Holloway goes out there and just absolutely dismantles this man over several rounds? No, not at all. However, fuck it. Give me Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor!
If Conor McGregor's going to win this fight, he has to do it in the first 6 or 7 minutes.
Yeah, I agree. And listen, you could say that about every fight Conor McGregor's ever had, ever in his life. If he doesn't win in the first half of the fight, he's losing.
This is also 5 rounds. Remember that. It's not a layoff coming into a 3-round fight against a scrub. It's a 5-round fight against the greatest boxer the UFC's ever seen.
But again, I think that's where the weight change, is going to be a problem for Max Holloway. Lugging around 155 for 25 minutes is one thing. Lugging around 170 is different.
That's a fair point.
And but, it's his first time doing it. Let's
talk about this, that the fact that Max isn't going to have to cut that much, so his body's going to probably be in a lot better shape than if he was going in there at 55.
I mean, McGregor's really not cutting that much down. This is how, Rogan said this the other day, and I agree with this. I think this is hopefully a good first step into the elimination of weight cutting, that guys are just going to fight at the fucking weight that they are.
Let's talk about
it's getting kind of ridiculous.
Mighty Mouse walked around at 126, cut half a pound the morning of, or went for a run and cut half a pound the morning of of weigh-ins.
Drank a cup of Starbucks, and that was it. He was good. In the ring.
Yeah. But we might need to see that, but it seems like that's the only really guy that's ever done that.
And also, dude, historically speaking, I mean, you got to think about it. How many great fighters have just because of that weight cut, the damage they do to their own body? How many guys have gone into the octagon they're physically not up to it because of that weight cut? For a prime example, dude, Paulo Costa, Yoel Romero, dude, these guys were dude, he fucking dominated at fucking light heavyweight. Paulo Costa has one light heavyweight fight under his belt, and he's already in title contention.
Yeah, because this is what happens when you stop cutting too much weight. I think everybody
just yeah.
I don't know, but
now, and by the way, I'm talking if you want to cut 10 pounds, if you just want to dehydrate yourself a little bit and get in there, fine. But dude, we know that's not happening. Fucking Islam's walking around at 200 pounds and he's going in at 155.
Same thing with Patty.
Let's get Patty's just fat. Islam is just a big dude. Michael Morales is another one. Michael Morales should be Michael Morales should be scheduled to fight Curtis Blades on this card.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Mike Morales is a big dude, but I think that we need to talk about like some of these organizations, except for the UFC, have had people die trying to cut weight. Like that is, you could look up that is true. That's
The only
facts.
reason, and let me tell you something, the only reason that it hasn't happened in the UFC is because
Is
the
because the
UFC, like
doctors are so good.
they got the best doctors. You know, the Performance Institute really helps these guys, and if it wasn't for that, you would see some deaths, man.
If anybody wants to see like the dark side of weight cutting, there is a great movie called The Cut that stars Orlando Bloom. Have you seen that
And
movie?
John Turturro, yeah.
That's how crazy some of these people get trying to cut weight to make things for
Yeah,
fights.
dude,
None of
taking
that shit
blood
goes
out of
on
their
in the
fucking
UFC.
body. Yeah.
Like, oh, we'll put it
We
back
don't
in.
know. We don't know.
Trust me, if that was going on, they would not be able to fight.
Who knows? But that's going to do it for this episode of Inside the Fence. UFC 329 this Saturday, July 11th, starting at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is for the main event. Total card probably starts about 4 o'clock, 4:30, Drew said. And, yeah, the Mac is back. It's going to be a great card. That's all we're asking for. Listen, we're not asking for, like, McGregor spinning heel kick KO. Like, dude, we're just asking for some good fights. That's the one thing I don't want, and this sucks. I don't want to say this way. I don't want McGregor to embarrass himself.
That's all we can ask for at this point. I mean, if it's I just want a good fight in the main event. I don't really, it's not too deep to me who wins or not. I mean, if McGregor wins, I won't be upset, but I just want to see a good fight because we've been waiting 5 years for McGregor to come back. If he just embarrasses himself, his stock is going to fall so bad it's going to be detrimental to
Oh,
him.
he'll ruin his. I think he knows online too. He'll ruin his reputation. But I think he can have. I really think he can have like a GSP comeback right here. I really think so.
I would
Up a
love to
weight
see it, but I
class.
just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, fair. That's going to do it for us. I'm DCC. That's Drew the Rooster Johnson. Enjoy wherever you're watching, even though, Drew,
We know where you're really watching.
we'll see you guys.